Hello, today we will be talking about bisexuality.
Today we have special guests to help us better understand bisexuality.
Do you identify as bisexual?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Can you describe what being bisexual means to you?
It's the liking of two different genders, female and male.
Liking both genders.
Well, it means that I like people of both genders. I do not identify as anything separate from anybody else. I'm just different in that way. I like both genders.
It's kind of like a lot of people like try to assume what your sexuality is depending on who you date, and that's not what it is at all. It's kind of about being able to love whoever you want.
Oh, cool. So it's basically just being attracted to both males and females.
Don't forget, with all sexualities, it is like a spectrum. Just like gender identity and any sort of sexuality for that matter.
Yeah, of course. So what type of discrimination do bisexual people face?
Like I said earlier, a lot of people just kind of assume your sexuality on who you date. And it gets really annoying because people will walk up to me and be like, "Oh, you're a lesbian." I'm like, "I'm not, but thank you for letting me know that."
I feel like a lot of times people will think it's not a valid sexuality, and they say you can either be straight or gay, and I feel like that's a big discrimination.
Sometimes boys are like, they make it sexualized.
We're often called straight up gay. Sometimes we can be discriminated against in school, in the workplace, other places such as that. Bullying is a big part of that. Many people do say some pretty horrible things about bisexual people and LGBTQ people in general.
Okay, so coming from Meredith's answers, a guy may think his girlfriend's cheating just because she is bisexual, only because she is bisexual and is attracted to more genders.
Also leads into what Carly, Carson, and Caitlin were saying. Sometimes bisexuality is disregarded and is more considered just being completely straight or completely gay.
Bisexuality is sometimes considered a minority within a minority. What are your thoughts on this? Again, people just assume what you are, and that's not how it works at all, because they just like come up to you and are like, "Oh, you're straight," or they completely like disregard your sexuality, and they don't care to learn enough about it to understand it.
I feel like it's kind of true, but just because of what I said before, because a lot of times people think it's not valid and you can't like both, you're either gay or straight. So I think that's kind of true.
Well, I'm not going to say I disagree or agree with this, because on paper it is, on forms it is, but in reality, people who are bisexual, people who are transgender, we're all separate, we're all separately different. It's just everybody.
I don't really feel like it's a minority.
Oh, okay, so bisexuality is in a way a minority within a minority. Considering that LGBTQ plus people are already a minority, this is a subcategory that's just so far down there that it's not really even seen as a category.
Yes, this is definitely just an opinion. It all depends on your perspective and experiences.
Because most of these answers are so different, like most of the other questions, it's very safe to assume that almost all of these are subject to straight opinion, personal experiences, and perception.
Nearly 13% of women between the ages of 18 and 44 say they are attracted to both sexes.
Up to 40% of the LGBTQ community identifies as bisexual, with women having a 2-to-1 ratio to men.
The percentage of men who identify as bisexual between the ages of 18 and 44 demographic is 1.8%. More kids are afraid to tell their fathers about their bisexual orientation than their mothers. The word bisexual has been around since 1824. If you don't really understand the concept of bisexuality, think of it as this. If you have blue and red, it makes purple. Purple is not considered half red and half blue. It's just purple because it's its own color. The same applies to bisexuality. It's sometimes purple is a little bit more blue and a little bit more red, but it's still considered purple. Thank you for watching.
Next week we will be updating you on what's happening in Oddly Similar.
We asked students and teachers if they would stop being friends with someone if they came out as bisexual. Stay tuned for their answers.
Would you stop being friends with someone if they came out to you as bisexual?
No.
Would you stop being friends with someone because they liked both girls and boys?
No.
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 No, I wouldn't.
No.
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 Probably not.
No.
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 No, of course not, because one of my best friends is bisexual.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, that's not a reason to stop being friends with someone.
Why? You're bald.
Marshall, you fool!
Stop! Marshall! Sandwich. Okay, can I please say this because I memorized it whenever you say that, it messes me up.
At least I'm hearing you pronounce things.
Marshall!
I feel like Hamilton when I don't know.